Hello, fellow gamers, and welcome back to the Chill Fellows podcast. Bro's already giggling. Haven't done anything. So the Chill Fellows podcast, if you're new around here, we just talk chill for an hour about different topics. Today's one, very subtly hinted at, is gaming related. So we're both gamers. You see, right there is why we're doing this episode. Yeah, so... I just thought of this topic today. Jordy knows the general topic, but I have like a few sort of like dot points sort of within that we'll probably naturally just go towards, but just to sort of keep a little bit of a rhythm. But yeah, so specifically, the struggle of playing video games in our late 20s. Because we're in our late 20s now, which is weird to think. But you and I have very different lifestyles and different. I feel like I don't know if there's probably a really good analogy for it, but like as you and I grew up on like a lot of similar games, but there was like there's crossovers of like, oh, we played this one, I played this one, but the bits where we both like swerved out different ways, that was different. Like you play some stuff you probably shouldn't have or whatever, and I play some stuff that whatever, Just a bit of a different era. So just currently with gaming, did you play anything?
I could feel the engagement rising. No, not at all, really. Outside of what we play on the channel, and recently Tomodachi Life with Pia, which, I mean, the context is well known, but just in case people need to know, it's my wife. Other than that, there's nothing. I don't play anything by myself. I tried playing, what's it called? The bloody... so I got a few space games the other day, because I was like, I really want to, play more.
Yeah.
And
you sent me some screenshots.
I tried one. Yeah, I tried one for like an hour, and that was about it. So, pretty much nothing.
Yeah, so... Also, the thing that makes this more interesting is Jordy and I are like literally the exact same age, like within 24 hours of each other. We're being born. So we're very like, it's a good like comparison between each other of like sort of lifestyle. Like that's why I thought it'd be like a comparison for all this kind of stuff and discussion. And there's been a bunch of like sort of gaming stuff that we've tried to do recently, and I've tried to do, and like sort of all this kind of stuff. I'm like, I thought it'd be a good topic. But Jordy is married and has a kid, so I'm like, not really the same availability as myself, but he has a very demanding job at the moment.
Yeah.
So it's like different to me. So it's like, okay, so like, but I still struggle to play video games in a sense. So I thought that'd be interesting to like sort of study each other, and maybe you can like sort of criticize me or like dissect like my sort of habits with gaming, maybe, and you'd be like, I think this is why you probably like Sherlock me basically.
Right off the bat, I know you had like 2 appointments this week, so there goes this week.
2 appointments. What?
No, I don't know. I'm just making shit up. I'm just trying to be funny. It's not working.
Basically, so I suppose we'll just start off with like the most recent stuff that we've done. So yeah, we do gaming on the channel. We stream a bunch of stuff, not to anyone. It's just for ourselves to like look back on. If we had 1 million subscribers, that'd be cool. But not yet.
1 million people out there, hit subscribe. Let's go.
If everyone donates
Let's hit 1 million subscribers by the end of the month. Let's go. That's tonight, by the way.
What was that bloody saying? So we played. So you were wanting to play World of Warcraft for a while. I've always been a bit curious about it. Like growing up, we're both sort of as a kid and all that. Like the Lich King expansion, Pandaria, and all that kind of stuff. Your cousins playing it, and I'm sure you bloody knew people that played it, and sort of, but you weren't allowed to or didn't have it or whatever. I'm pretty sure, you were more insistent on like, oh yeah, no, it's free, and you just bloody do this and that and whatever, and we set it up. And then do you want to say the 40-minute experience?
Just nothing worked. we couldn't play with each other. The tutorial was a drag. The cutscene to gameplay ratio was pretty rough. I don't know. The whole thing was a bit disappointing. But we ended kind of on a good spot. The stream didn't. I don't even think we had the stream uploaded on the channel.
No.
But basically, we were just like, all right, look, we've made our characters at least, and we're up to the same spot in the tutorial. We're in the same world or realm, as they call it, same server, basically. So we'll just leave it there because I think both of us, well, me mainly, but I think you were as well. We were just like, nah, not tonight. It's getting a bit draining now. So we just shifted. And then I woke up this morning and I was like, I don't have to play World of Warcraft ever again. I'm fine. So that's the experience we had.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, like, obviously, again, it's very different in your sort of context where it's, like, obvious. Like, you hear all the parents where it's, like, well, it's not too many parents, really, that are, like, full-on gamers or anything, but it's, like, it's real, like, your time is valuable as fuck.
Yeah.
As like, all time is, obviously, but especially when you're that busy. And, if a game doesn't get you, like, immediately, you're like, this is a waste of my time.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't put it so harshly. Like, I wouldn't say it wasted my time. It was just very demotivating when I looked down at the clock. Because originally I was like, yeah, I got to be off by 7 because I got to go do dinner and all that sort of stuff. I looked down at the clock and it was like 7:30, 7:40. I'm like, that's already 40 minutes over and we haven't even bloody started playing the game. Like, I don't know. It's just like, I'm not saying everything needs to be just jump in and play and super easy, but I do very much value those games and appreciate them if they make it a seamless experience to get in.
Yeah.
You know, like Fortnite, realistically, that's seamless. You just literally just jump in. Does the opening cutscene still directly go into a game, or is that not the case anymore?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it does, but I'm not maybe so sure.
Well, either way, it did when we started playing.
Yeah.
And so it's like, literally couldn't be more seamless. Minecraft is the same. Rocket League is the same. GTA Online is the same. GTA Online less so. That's mainly seamless because we've done the work to kind of build our characters up and stuff like that. Which I know that's why I don't want to be too harsh on World of Warcraft because I know it would be the exact same if we dedicated the time to building up our characters where we could just jump in and be like, oh, let's go on a few quests and stuff, or let's just run around and look at our favorite areas. But starting from scratch, it's like, yeah, this is a commitment. Bloody hell.
Yeah, see, Wizard 101 doesn't have these issues.
Exactly. Game of the year, game of the millennia. Let's go. When did that come out, actually, out of curiosity?
2008 or 9, around there.
Yeah, bloody hell. Older than I thought, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, but, yeah, I definitely get what you mean. And, like, especially when it's, like, a big MMO, or not really MMO even, but, like, just a massive open world, game, like Breath of the Wild or something, it's like, this is going to take a lot of time. But even then, I think a lot of those kind of games that you even delve into nowadays, you don't really have, like, I don't think you have much motivation to, like, do every side quest and all that kind of stuff.
Nah. No, I haven't for a long time. I've unfortunately been cursed with a pretty busy life, just in general. But, you know, even when I got the PS4 to get to play Spider-Man, even then, that was probably like the most free time I had because it was just after school, and I was working full time, but had zero commitments outside of that. Like it was literally, I was living by myself. I had a girlfriend, but you know she lived at her house. So like that was like the most free time I've ever had, and even then I was just like, I just want to bloody relax and swing around, and you know, like I didn't do all the side quests, I didn't do all the bloody collectibles and achievements and stuff. I did what I wanted to do. Like for example, I got all the backpacks in Spider-Man to get. That was his homemade suit, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Like I got stuff like that. If it was necessary for something I wanted in the game, I'm like, yeah, sure, but I didn't really feel like the drive to just do it so I could experience it, you know. And same when we played Breath of the Wild, me and my wife played it. God, like 4 years ago now. It was the same sort of thing. We just kind of did the bare minimum to get the story, and then just everything else was just open world stuff. If we felt like doing it, we did it, but it was you know, there's no real ambition to complete everything.
Yeah. And have you ever like wanted to? Did you ever 100% much, even like in teenage years or anything?
No, mainly because I had a friend. Well, we had a friend who was big on platinum trophies, and basically it would just make me feel shit if I didn't, and so I just lost motivation because I'm like,
platinum is even like above 100%ing though.
Yeah, that's like doing specific things in the game that PlayStation dictates. Yeah. The only game I know that I've 100%ed, funny enough, is Spider-Man 2, but that wasn't intentional. That was just like I was just playing a bunch and doing free roam, and then it was like 98%. Might as well.
So you like that bad game?
Yeah. No, it's I know it's more than a month old, but it holds up. But yeah, no, that was completely unintentional. But I did 100% that one. Well, it was unintentional, the progress that I made, because it was just purely free roam, just having fun. And then when I realised how close I was, then it was intentional, obviously. But at that point, it was like 2 trophies, or 2 bloody things, and it was done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, I've never really had that urge. To be honest, I've never really been... Like, that's why I hesitated at the start. I would never say I've ever been a gamer. You know, like I've played games and it's been a hobby of mine, but I've never really considered myself a gamer. I definitely have at some points, but I look back and I'm like, oh, not really. And not even comparing myself to other people, because I know there's other people that are like, yeah, so this random indie game that just released and has 5 players, I've 100% of that 3 times. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't know what you're talking about, but you know, I'm definitely not on that level, which I doubt many people are. But just in general, like even right back at the start, you know, it's a weird grey area because I have a lot of history with video games, but they've never been like my life, and I've never really like. I don't know. It's always just been a pastime, I guess, like similar to movies, except movies obviously took much more seriously. But, you know, it's kind of on a similar sort of vein to me. I think the earliest experience I had is kind of a good representation of how I feel about games. It was, God, this is diving into the bloody mind palace here. But I think it was Spider-Man 2. Yeah, it was, because you fought Doc Ock. And it was like very early VR, basically. And it was a plug-and-play game that you plugged into the TV, and you had a wrist strap on each wrist, and an ankle strap on each ankle, and you would like punch and kick and like bloody. I think there was like pressure pads, and you like press it to swing and stuff, and that was like the earliest example I could think of where I was like, man, I like it. That felt like a really pivotal gaming experience because it really has dictated how I want to play games, where it's like, look, I just want the freedom to jump in. You know, plug and play was like that. You literally plug and play. Sorry. Do a bunch of claps so you can, what do you cut it out? And also it was just focused on having fun, fighting people, being a cool character. You know, it wasn't a story. I don't think it could handle a story. I physically don't think it had the bloody capabilities of having a story. But, you know, it was just focused on jump in, have fun, jump out. And I think that's also why I gravitate a lot to like old arcade games and stuff, because the same thing there, you know. You can go for the high score that takes like half an hour or 45 minutes to beat and multiple levels and stuff, but ultimately it's just jump in, have a couple games, jump out. And it really has dictated kind of how I approach games nowadays. Because, like I said, Fortnite jump in, press ready up, and you're in a game within a few minutes. Easy. Rocket League is the same. Minecraft is the same. And all of them are just for me personally, I know people take it very seriously and it's very competitive, but to me, all of them are just focused on jump in, have some fun, jump out. And nowadays, obviously, there's a social element to that, which has kind of dominated my experience. There are some outliers, of course. I mentioned it earlier today. Wukong, when that came out, that hooked me for a bit. But that was also just a very different time. Again, had a bunch of free time, so I was like, yeah, cool. And something about Souls-like games, that they're the ones that hook me. But again, I'm not I don't dive deep enough into them to be like, yeah, I'm a Souls-like bloody gamer. It's just that's just not how I feel. But they do hook me a lot more than most. But even then, it's there's a story there, but that is a similar concept fundamentally. Is jump in, fight a boss for a few hours, jump out. Maybe a few days if you're shit like I am, but it's what it is. But yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my overall just approach to gaming in general, both past and present.
Yeah, a couple things to stem from that. Like you say, Fortnite just before, and I'm like, barely touched that the last couple of months. Just hop on and grab a skin and see you.
Yeah, that's in a weird spot right now, because you are completely right. It's turned into, I just jump on, spend $30 on V-Bucks, buy a skin, and log off. I haven't played a single game with any of the last 5 skins I've bought. It's pretty crazy. But
the game just isn't a low point for us. Anyways.
It's not like we'll never play it again. It's more just we've just been distracted with other stuff. And it's also just it's a game where I know people criticize the collabs a lot, but that's kind of what keeps me coming back. I don't care too much about the map design and the bloody guns they're adding and the movement mechanics and stuff. I'm just can I run around as bloody Tung Tung and shoot Ben 10? Yeah, alright, let's go. It's fun,
Yeah.
Because I only ever play that with other people too, with you or Pia or I don't know, Bubbles. Shout out. I don't have any Fortnite friends. Sorry.
But even back to before with the Souls-like stuff you were saying. I'm it's interesting that with the limited games that really capture your interest, that are single player and you put a fair amount of time into and interest and all that, is bloody Wukong and Elden Ring that they're very difficult games.
Yeah.
So it's interesting that those really capture you by yourself.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. I like the pain. I'm a sadist. I don't know. No reaction from Tom.
And...
No, I don't know. I genuinely don't know why I gravitate towards them so much. I know part of it is the aesthetic of and the idea of the big bosses, and you're just this person going up against it. That's just cool to me. Insurmountable odds, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't put my finger on what specifically, but it is interesting. You're right.
You need a game as difficult as your life.
Yeah. Why not? Let's say that. You need to relax by feeling at home, reminiscing.
Yeah, that's why my life Majora's Mask. But I would definitely say you're a gamer, especially your biggest time period of that was again 2020 or 2021, because I'm that's when we started Fortnite, and that was a bloody massive thing at the very start. But then you did your Minecraft server Let's Play streaming stuff. And that was also around when you were very big on VR, getting into that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So mixture of all that, I'm but more of a gamer than me, but at the time I would say.
Yeah, no, that's fair. I guess it just depends. I guess I'm a selective gamer where it's if I have the time, yeah, sure. But if I don't, I just it just evaporates from my brain, really. Because, like you said, yeah, 2020, 2021, yeah. but that was like lockdown. We physically
Yeah.
couldn't go outside, so it's like that was. I mean, I said before, right out of high school was the most free time I've had, but realistically, lockdown was because we couldn't do anything, and work from
Yeah.
home wasn't really as big back then. So, but excluding that, yeah, I don't know. It is interesting because I do forget about VR because sometimes I forget that VR is a video game. Like, I don't know, it just feels like an activity.
Like VR chat technically isn't. Like that's more like a social media. I would kind of say.
Yeah, I would say that too, definitely. And that is mainly what we play nowadays. But I don't know, even, like when I got into contractors, like that was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed that. But then that just died off because, I didn't really have anyone to play that with me. Population 1, I mean, we played that. We would go through phases. But then you look at like dungeons and stuff, and it's like, I mean, yeah, that's kind of stuck around, similar to VR chat.
Yeah.
And they are games. There's no denying they're video games. So, like, I guess so. Yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't really consider VR. Funny enough, I would say VR is probably my most played console or like format of game. Because even when we're not playing, every now and then I'll jump on VR chat or Demio is a big one. I say every now and then. It's still pretty rare, but Demio with Pia. That's like basically just a D&D sort of game.
Yeah. I play a lot of Elements.
Elements is that's a new one too. That was a lot of fun. Yeah. Well, I mean, you've unironically kind of tied it back to what I was saying before with like the very pivotal gaming experience I had with the Spider-Man thing, because it's like that's pretty much my main thing now is putting on the headset, becoming someone else, and bloody fighting some people and jumping off. It's not. I don't know. I guess that's really the root of it all. Is certain games just stick out, and if they don't stick out, they're bloody gone.
Yeah, and I know we were talking about sort of earlier, and like obviously it's like very self-explanatory for us, and like most people, I'd probably say most gamers, where it's like it's just a social thing, really. Like you play Fortnite or whatever, but it's like it's a lot more fun, and if you're like playing with a friend and like all this kind of stuff, and
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can't think of like more than 3 things I've played by myself in the last year. Like, there was that period where I just tried a couple space games like a couple weeks ago. I've played VR chat a couple times by myself, but again, that's more of a social thing, but we'll still count it.
what are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
VR has. Going to VR clubs and getting all the baddies. It is funny though, because I actually, when I'm playing by myself, I use VR chat more of exploration thing. Like I'm not interested in the bloody game worlds. Like there's a couple I have like saved, like and stuff like that. And there's a couple like clubs that I go back to just with you that are just fun. And there's the Digital Circus world and whatnot. Don't give me that look. I saw that. But when I'm by myself, I have that spaceship world where you just go to like different planets and it's just quiet and looking out over it, and and that also kind of ties in with the sort of games I do like, where you're just free to do whatever, and I think that's what I like most, because then I could just do anything depending on my mood, So
Yeah.
I mean, there's always exceptions to everything. We've named like 4 different genres of games that I like, but in general, and even looking at Tomodachi Life the last few days, we've been playing that. Like that's quite literally just do what you want. There's no restrictions. You can type in whatever you want. You can make whoever you want. You can do island however you want, and it's been a lot of fun. So I guess just I value freedom, more than anything, and social aspects, like hanging out with you or Pia or anyone. It's like that's most important to me.
Yeah, like I don't know, in 2026 when games can be so advanced, it's like I don't like restrictions, or at least give me the option. So it's like, you can be restricted if you want, but no, if you want to do a bunch of this, you can do that. You know, like why not?
Yeah, there
Um,
was something recently that we said like pretty much the exact thing about. What was it?
was it like GTA cheats or something?
Yeah, that we briefly went over that. Hang on, I need to bloody. That's gonna hurt my brain. It was some. Oh, Skate. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Where we were like, why not just have like shitty game modes where it's like low gravity, bloody, you can't invincibility, can't fall off your board, all that sort of shit. Like,
Yeah.
have it in private lobby, sure, but just give me the option so I can do whatever I want.
Mm.
That kind of ties in with what we were just saying there.
Because it just has
You were
more
about to talk,
replayability.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's like
exactly.
because skates are fun on playing with you. A lot of what we do is like we don't like high cortisol bloody gaming stuff. It's like what we do play together. Even though we've been playing Rocket League, surprisingly, like that just fell so naturally into our lap the last week. Is like I haven't touched it in bloody years or whatever,
Yeah,
and we
yeah,
were like wanting to play other things at the moment. Like Fortnite's just been sitting there, and like again all these other things we want to play, and we're just like Jordy's just sent so many like funny clips of Rocket League, and we don't take it seriously. Like we know how to play and everything like that, but like we're not bummed or it's more funny than anything because of how we are with each
mm,
other, and that's
yeah,
like the biggest thing there. Like it's just simple, easy, like but a 5 minute loop of a game that's like very simple objective. It's like we just laugh at each other. And there's no consequence,
yeah, exactly.
and it feels like kind of unrestricted because you're a flying car, but you fucking hit a
Yeah,
massive ball, you know?
yeah, you're just going all around the place. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, I
and
fully get that.
yeah, and Fortnite nowadays though I feel it's just a bit of a overwhelming thing. Like we don't do many different modes in it, but I don't know, that's just sort of that's been around the longest compared to everything. So that one obviously you're gonna have breaks. But
Mm.
Minecraft again, that's like a massive one. Like I'm excited to continue our let's play with that, but that's just obviously like a lot of freedom in that, which is always cool.
Yeah,
The
especially with
mods
mods
really
and
help.
stuff.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
help. Um, I don't know if we can set this up. I highly doubt it, but it would be really cool to do like a retro let's play where it's like what I showed you yesterday or whatever,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah, no, that
bloody
would be cool.
20
Yeah.
year old thing, and yeah, whatever. but but yeah, and like thinking of myself, like in similar like, game thing to you, I'm like, again, I have like a lot more freedom and time at the moment, but one of the biggest differences is so I play a lot of Marvel Rivals. That's kind of like a bit of a I have a lot of hours in that, and no one plays it with me. That's to me that's not really a
Mm.
social game. And even when you do play with someone, because I play with people a few times on it, but it's a pretty fast-paced thing, so it's like you can't really have full-on conversations really while
Yeah.
playing it.
Yeah.
Um, and I'm just like, it's interesting that I've like stuck with it that long. Like, yeah, I like the art style and the characters are cool and the gameplay's fun and all that, but for me, it kind of you might be able to Sherlock me a bit, but it does feel kind of nice to just have like a game that's just like a multiplayer, multiple things going on. Game where it's like just me in it, like a bit of a sort of like, hey, but Jordy's not here, but no one else is here, just sort of.
Just a safe space sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess a safe space. There's not really anything to have a safe space from.
No, but like just a
But
space
like,
where you're just by yourself and
yeah, but 9 times out of 10, I'm
no.
just like watching YouTube on the side. I'm like, it's not. I'm never like 1,000,000% really. Oh yeah, because it's just the same loop of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm like, I don't know.
Well, no, it's a very common thing. Like that's, I mean, me with books is the same thing. I'm like, books is a bit of a weird comparison because it takes a lot of effort just to get the engine going. But once I'm in it, like I'll be reading and stuff, and it'll just like everything else just kind of fades away. And maybe it's a similar sort of thing. Where it's
Yeah,
just like you just need the world to go away for a sec. You just need to focus on something to reset your brain. Because I have that, and everyone has that.
yeah,
It's
I
different things, of course, but yeah.
yeah, but also like looking at it, I gotta be honest, like reflecting on myself with all this, like yeah, the game's fun, I can play it and whatever. But the amount that I do, and even like I always follow like the latest stuff that's coming out and everything, I'm like I view it as almost kind of productive because I'm like, oh, I'm doing my bloody like I'm doing it for the quests. because it gives you unlock stuff and all that. If there was never any quests or like no unlockables, no free shit, no nothing like that to unlock, I'd still like play it a bit, but it would be a lot less. So I think I'm tricking myself into thinking I'm doing something productive. Because also like the thing that I'm about to get into, which I'll sort of go into that lane, is backlogs. And I'm like, I don't know what your backlog sort of looks like. Wouldn't be anything like mine, I'd imagine. But I'm like, I have a whole bunch of games that I haven't played yet. Like I don't have compared to the collectors that I watch online, where they're just like, yeah, like my DVD collection is their game collection. I'm like, that is actually crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's like I can't even list that many games.
Yeah.
So nothing like that. But I have like because I track them all on the GG website because I have so many and like do rankings and all that. And I have like a dozen PS5 games that I haven't played yet.
Yeah.
They're not ones where it's not like Goo Goo Gaga's Adventure, bloody. It's like it's all of interest, obviously. But a couple of them have been like new releases that I just I just haven't gotten to. Like Borderlands 4, I played that for like a week and just fell off for some reason. And I was quite looking forward to it. Not like massively looking forward to it, but I was looking forward to it. And it might have just been like the time of life when it sort of came into being. But because that's the thing too, like all Zelda games in the past, I like drop everything for those games. Like again, you'll know, like you can even like go into the Breath of the Wild bit in a minute. But Tears of the Kingdom, that was definitely like a more stressful time compared to all the other Zelda games that came out. But I still had like a banging like couple of weeks with it. But that was nothing compared to like when Breath of the Wild came out. Because again, fresh out of high school on my gap year, like a couple months into the gap year, we're just like literally nothing to do, and I couldn't even really hang out with you too much because you started the scrapyard.
Yeah. No, that time period. I remember genuinely thinking a couple of times, I'm like, are we still friends? Because I just never heard from you. And like recently, you said something that made me laugh a lot. You were like, come to think of it, I don't have many memories from you in the Breath of the Wild era. And I'm like, yeah, because I never fucking saw you. You were playing, and I was just bloody waiting for an invite.
Just bloody, hello.
Like I know there were a couple of times where I came over, of course. Like you didn't actually fully ghost me, but even then you were just bloody you were hooked. Breath of the Wild was like, from my experience and like what I've seen, is the most impactful game for you. From what I've seen, like I'm sure it's actually like Minecraft or Ocarina or something. Yeah. But in my experience, I'm like I've never seen you be sucked into a game that quickly and for that long and that hard.
Yeah, like no.
Crazy.
Like that time is a bit of a blur for me, but I remember key things and I'm just like I was just glued to it. It just it was just perfect timing. Because again, like right now, like I know like right now is like very busy for you in particular, like the next week and all that. Like if all of a sudden it was just like, yeah, bloody, what would be of interest? Like GTA 6 drop right now. Not gonna be able to play that shit. So like timing is like quite important.
Yeah, definitely.
Like obviously you can like always like try and make time, but it's more difficult than other times. And then obviously like high school before, like just I was always playing bloody games and all that. But the interesting thing with that is I'm like growing up, 95% of what I played was just Zelda and Nintendo stuff. Like and that was like 90% the Zelda within that. Like I barely played outside that.
I remember when you got your PS4 to play Spider-Man, because I grew up a PlayStation kid. I had an Xbox 360 for like a week. And got it taken off me and never saw it again. So very much a PlayStation kid. But I remember when you were considering getting a PS4, you were like, "Oh, does PlayStation even have like any good games?" I was like, "Oh, yeah, this dude has a bloody
brainwash."
And then I remember feeling very satisfied because you got the PlayStation, you played Spider-Man, you're like, "That was fucking banging, best game, yeah."
I wasn't even anticipating the game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, like I knew it was coming out, and I was like, yeah, right. Like, It was more so you convinced me. I'm pretty sure like the month it was coming out, but I didn't. I wasn't like excited for like years or months or anything like
Yeah,
that.
right, yeah.
It was sort of like
Yeah.
saved towards the end, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, no, fair enough. Um, and then, yeah, I remember you, I can't remember what it was. Maybe it was Skyrim, because you also got sucked into Skyrim pretty
Mm.
heavily. Like, I remember when we lived together, I walked in, I knocked on the door, and you're like, come in. I'm like, yeah. And you were just at the fucking blacksmith, just bloody doing the thing. I'm like, what are you doing? And you're like, I have to make like 120 of these to get a bit of armor. I'm like,
Yeah, I think I was like, yeah,
Jesus.
I think I needed my smithing to be like level 100, so I just spent like 1,000 daggers or something.
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
yeah, no. I was
Yeah,
like,
that
fuck
game,
it.
that Skyrim, it was another one, and that's why those two games are in like my top five.
Yeah,
I have barely touched Skyrim since because I know I'm gone if I'm if I'm in that.
yeah,
Like
fair
Breath of
enough.
the Wild, I think you can like take up like you can take up and leave sort of whenever and all that a bit more, because there's less of a main story in Skyrim, I guess, or something. But Skyrim, I'm like that's dangerous.
Yeah, yeah, no, it's too much, honestly. If Elder Scrolls 6 ever does come out, goodbye, chill fellas.
Bloody last online 5 years ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. That's Well, kind of. Well, yeah. It's a back-to-back vlog that I'm
yeah,
nearly getting to. Yeah, I have like a dozen of those games, and then I have like probably like a dozen or so PS2 games, and then like probably a couple Wii games here and there, like just slowly accumulated. Just because I wanted to collect like my childhood plus a bit extra, but nothing too crazy, but just in the realm of what was like of interest to me. Because I'm still like saving, and also I get these for good prices and stuff like that. I don't like just buy them outright and like never touch them. Um, and I'm just like I have to play all these. Like the backlog kind of looks like a chore, but I'm like these are all like great games. But looking at them all, like do I spend my time playing this one now? But I'm like, am I in the mood for that one now? It's like because I have played a couple for an hour or two, and I'm like, I'm just kind of pushing myself to play this to get it out my backlog. But I'm like, when am I going to be in the mood? Because I'm switching between these games all the time. Because it's never just you're just playing this game. It's always like I play Fortnite here and there, Rivals, and then we either do like VR chat or like Rocket League now and all that. So I'm like, there's always those rotation of just like mindless games, and the backlog like story games are just sitting here.
yeah,
And I'm just like, I need to get to those. And that's why I'm pushing myself to play Mortal Kombat at the moment because I want to just try all that stuff amidst the new
yeah,
movie coming out. Um, and I played that for an hour yesterday. I need to get a new controller, so I had to fix that. But I'm just like, yeah, like, it's definitely interesting me enough, and like the gameplay is fun enough. But I'm like, I'm curious to see how much I like this in the long run, and it's also just like if I feel I'm never gonna play it again, do I like get rid? Because like if I enjoy it, I'm like, when am I ever like really gonna be playing this? Is it worth me keeping this to just play it like one or two more times with someone in 5 years? You know what I mean? And
yeah,
so I'm just like, I want to figure out like a kind of strategy to like get through them because unfortunately, although it's not too many games, like it may sound like a lot, like even like to you, but I'm like I've seen other people's backlogs are like 1,000 fucking plus. I'm like, well, probably not a
yeah,
thousand plus, but over 100. And I'm like, jeez Louise. And I'm
yeah,
just like, a lot of the ones I have there is like Witcher 3. That's massive. Cyberpunk.
yeah,
That's massive. The first Red Dead. That's massive. I'm like,
yeah,
what have I done? But yeah, like I look forward to playing them, but I need to like figure something out there. So um, yeah, like, and then, like, with your backlog, I'm like, I know you don't really look at it the same kind of way, I would imagine, anyways, where it's just like, oh, yeah, I have these 20 games and I gotta bloody get to them at some point. It's like, I don't know how many games you own that you just haven't gotten to yet. Like more physical ones, at least.
um, yeah. Well, you know the on my entertainment unit, like the top row of cupboards.
Mm,
That's all games. Um, so
correct.
there's that. Huh?
Correct.
But they're sectioned off into like one is PS5, one is PS2, one is Switch. Well, just Nintendo in general. I got a couple of DS games in there. But none of them have enough to take up more than one little cupboard. And for context, they're probably like this big, maybe. And they've just got one row in them. So definitely not a huge amount. But yeah, no, you're right. I haven't really considered like a backlog per se, or like, strictly to that definition. There's games that I've had my eye on for a while, like, similar to you, Cyberpunk. I'm like, I just want to give it a go one day because I was interested in it when it was coming out, but everything that we heard about it and saw, it was like glitchy and stuff, and now that it's better, it's like, yeah, no, I'll give it a chance, but a 100-hour game, bloody hell. And it is interesting because, like, I just remembered that Baldur's Gate exists, and that hooked me. Yeah, that hooked me pretty hard because, like, I'm remembering, like, me and Pia were both working full time. Obviously, didn't have a kid at that point. But yeah, we were both working full time. I was doing a fair chunk of overtime because it was at my previous studio, and we still found time to play like 16 hours a week, like minimum. Like we got, on our first playthrough, we got 120 hours in that game. I guess that is different. Well, I suppose I tried to kind of bring it up as like, oh, that's a bit of an exception. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, well, I was playing it with Pia. That was our socializing for those, couple months. So I guess it kind of fits into the category. But that is something worth mentioning. Anyway, back to backlog. Yeah, I don't know. There's things that have kind of just always been there. Like, Call of Cthulhu, that's a game I really want to play. Sinking City is very similar. And I tried Sinking City on my parental leave because I thought, oh yeah, cool, 6 weeks off, I can read a bunch of books, I can play a bunch of games, just bloody enjoy my free time. Obviously, within reason, I knew my life would be taking care of the baby, but I was like, I'll actually, have a bit more time to do this sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And I tried it for 2 or 3 hours, maybe. And I was like, look, I'm not feeling this. This is not... It's a very slow detective, figuring out the case. At some point you look through a different dimension. I'm like, this is not what I thought it was. Like, I knew it would be that, but it's like, it's not the experience I thought it would be. And so, since then... Oh, not really since then, but that kind of solidified it. I especially haven't thought about backlogs because I'm like, they're probably just not going to grab me anyway. Like, if I feel like playing it, I'll jump on it. Like, randomly played Lego Batman 3 the other night. I haven't played it since. Played it for like 4 hours. Haven't played it since. God of War, tried that for a few days. Didn't stick with it. So it's just like, yeah, I'm kind of more in a situation where I've kind of abandoned, backlog per se, because every time I go back, it just does not stick, and I'm just like, can't be bothered.
Yeah. How about Majora's Mask?
I don't know. Like, Majora's Mask is like top of the list. That is one that I want to get to, and I know I will get through it when I do get through it, because I got through Ocarina of Time just fine. That because it's like it's short enough where it doesn't take me months to do, but also it being on the DS, I can play that at my desk without actually like if I'm playing a game on my computer while I'm working, I'm not working for like a couple hours. If I get hooked. Whereas if I get hooked on my DS, like it's still a separate thing. So I can be like, oh yeah, doing my work. Let me play a bit, doing my work. I can switch between the two much easier and multitask much easier. So that one's at the top of my list, and I know when I do it, I will get through it because I'm anticipating that like so much. That's one of the exceptions I was talking about, where that's none of the things like that single player, story driven, linear. It's not. I guess it's technically open world, but I wouldn't classify it as fully open world. But I guess it is. And it's still. I'm just still anticipating that so much because of the subject matter, what it is, how much I loved Ocarina of Time when I played that. Just all these multitude of reasons. Mask of Dreams, very much anticipating that. So, yeah.
Rare reference for anyone.
Speaking of that, real quick, Well, I won't name drop him, but my little cousin, you know the one, Willie Legend.
Yeah, I mean, I know your little cousin. Yeah, I don't know the relation. Oh, wait, yeah, but he
Oh
says he's
yeah,
seen it.
yeah. But he came over and saw the poster. Was like, yeah, I've seen that one. It's pretty good. Bit boring in the middle, but a good ending. I'm like, sweet.
Where's
Shit
his
doesn't exist,
visions?
but yeah. Anyway, bit of an inside joke. Sorry to exclude you, audience, who was watching this. Sorry,
Have to be
but
there.
yeah, had to be there. If you know, you know. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it could be a good exercise, just out of curiosity, to go back and have a look at all my games and see what I am actually, or what I have wanted to play but haven't had a chance to. Like, I've wanted to revisit Infamous Second Son, just because, look, I've given up hope on Infamous being remade or remastered. That shit's not happening. And the PS3 is like, that's such a hurdle to play PS3 games. Like, for some reason, it's the only console not included in the
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus Deluxe thing.
Yeah.
And getting a working one is just insanely expensive. So I've given up hope on that. But if it ever gets remastered, definitely we'll be picking those up. What else? Red Dead Redemption 2. That one I mainly just haven't done because technically I have played it. Like, I watched Pia play it like every step of the way. Like there was... I didn't play it myself, but I was like sitting next to
Backseat
her.
gaming.
So yeah. So I'm like, that one I'm not necessarily... It's not that I'm not motivated to play it. It's more just like, well, in my brain I already kind of have because I know everything that's there.
Yeah.
That was a bit of a tricky situation.
Yeah, when I play that next, that's going to be like 2,000 hours.
Yeah, legit.
Because I know what happens like
Um,
with the story. When I get to a certain chapter, I'm like, right, time to experience the world.
yeah, yeah, no. I can't really think of many others. I'm sure there's some Steam games. Let's have a quick squiz at my library, because I'm sure there's some that I've wanted to go back to. Right, so apparently I only play social games. Hello. I've never really analysed my Steam library before, and I'm looking through now. I'm like, it's just bloody social games. I'm a social butterfly. You get me. Stanley Parable is one that I've wanted to play for a while. I guess that would technically count on my backlog because I wanted to play that, but I haven't even touched it at all. No Man's Sky. Well, that doesn't really count as a backlog. I wouldn't say, because like I've played that a bunch, but I've never like completed it, so to speak, or like stuck to it for long. So I don't know. Because what games are on your backlog? I know aren't the Jack and Daxter games on there, or Daxter at least? I know you played that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did get to that last
Yeah.
year. Yeah. No, yeah, my backlog. So
Final
Cyberpunk,
Fantasy.
first Red Dead. Yeah, the two Final Fantasies. Like I played the first one, but I didn't play the DLC. And the second one, I just got like a few hours in. So I'm like, yeah, I do got to play all of that, which I know is a bigger one. So yeah, those two. What else is there? Beyond Good and Evil. I got like the sort of remaster of that. Witcher 3. Yeah,
Pokemon
Borderlands
Black and
4.
White.
I
For
don't
me?
know that one.
Ah.
Well, I suppose, yeah, Arceus. I only got like a few hours into that, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I might honestly drop that depending, because the Pokemon Waves or whatever looks pretty good.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that at all. They full on announced the next generation, and we just bloody didn't talk about it. Forgot about
That's what I guess. So,
that. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
yeah, I know there's a couple more. PS2 games like there's Bully, Vice City, yeah, a bunch of others, but yeah. So leading into the sort of the final bit of discussion with all this is like what we're looking forward to, because again, I'm looking forward to a fair bit, but you especially, it's like for it to be on your radar, because I know you don't really like sort of look for games, obviously, but if something falls on the radar, it's like very few would stick to your interest. And so yeah, what are you looking forward to?
Biggest one, I think, for everyone is GTA 6. That's a
That's
very
going to be
easy
a
answer.
yeah. We're going to discuss that
Yeah.
after. I
Yeah.
got like, but yeah,
Yeah.
I literally have that as a dot point on that
Okay.
as his own
Uh,
thing.
what the next Pokemon mainline game I am looking forward to, um, just because I I played Scarlet and Violet and that was a lot of fun. They're quick, they're easy, they're repetitive. People criticize them a lot, but the things they criticize them for is what I appreciate about them. Yeah, there hasn't been one that's like groundbreaking storytelling since like Black and White, but I'm like, well, if I want to experience Black and White, I'll play Black and White. That's my favorite Pokemon game. The new ones, I'm like, yeah, they're repetitive, but I'm like, I'm just playing it to play Pokemon. I don't care about the story anymore.
Yeah,
So I am looking forward to that, and the setting looks cool and everything. Not huge on the starters, but we'll save that for maybe when the game comes out or something. Um, what else am I looking forward to?
because I know Wolverine was like 5 years ago. You might have been interested in it.
Yeah, that shit. I mean, if it ever came out, I might be interested and excited. Jesus, that's like I know it's coming, but I'm expecting another delay at this point. Um, yeah, I don't know that, especially after the gameplay we saw. I'm like, it hasn't hooked me. P is very interested, so that might be a similar thing to Red Dead, where she plays it, I just watch.
Yeah,
Because I'm always down for Insomniac stories, like Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and Spider-Man 2. They were all great to me. I
yeah,
loved all their stories. But so I'm sure it'll be good, and I'm sure there'll be some cool stuff. Like I am positive some X-Men characters will show up. Like surely it's a Wolverine game.
no,
Come on, nah. So that'll be cool, and it'll also be cool just to see outside of New York because that's all I've seen in the Insomniac games
yeah.
so far. But it's just like dedicating the time to playing that myself. I don't know.
And like, I
So
Batman
it's
doesn't
like
have
that.
your interest much.
Well, that's another half one similar to Wolverine, where it's like I am interested. There's just like a few big things where it's really putting me off. Like for Wolverine, just not huge on Wolverine as a character, and seeing the gameplay and like how gory it is and how violent it is. Not that I have an issue with gore and violence in video games. I'm not saying that, but it's just not what I'm interested in. Like I really like how Spider-Man, all the Spider-Man games, all three of those games feature like some scrapes on the face, and that's it. Like I don't think through the whole thing we ever saw like actual gore or bloody blood or
Yeah,
anything. Yeah, and I'm like, that's cool. It's like a much more light-hearted and hopeful tone, and that's what I like about superhero stuff. So, like the edgy superhero shit has its place, and I do like it, but for playing a video game, it'd just be a bit taxing for me. I think. Not that I'm discounting the whole thing just based on that. There are other reasons too. Like I just not too huge on Wolverine as a character, like I said. And from what we saw, it just doesn't seem like too up my alley. But with like a Batman, I'm just like, why can't it be more than just Batman? Like we had this conversation the other day, so I won't go like too crazy in detail. But I am just a bit. I've got a bit of Batman fatigue because it's just that's all we get. All the IRL Lego sets of Batman. There's like 10 Batman comics coming out at the moment. Any TV
yeah,
shows are bloody Batman related, and we've got like 5 different Batman related movies coming out, like Clayface, Brave and the Bold, Batman Part 2. Wasn't there another one? Oh, it's Batman adjacent, but the bloody Dick
Dynamic
Grayson
Duo.
adjacent. Yeah, that one. Yeah. So like I don't know, I'm just got a bit of Batman fatigue, so that's the main reason. It still does
Yeah,
interest me because I've liked Lego games my whole life. I didn't get hooked by Skywalker Saga, but that was also very busy times, and like I've been wanting to
yeah,
revisit that. That's probably one I would say is on my backlog, just because I want to give it another chance because it did not hook me the first time. But yeah, I don't know. It's a half interest. You're very much looking forward to that, aren't you?
yeah, yeah. All the ones just said. Yeah, I've been interested in all of them definitely. Yeah, GTA 6 is far above everything else. But I'm also really looking forward to Kena, the second game. Scars of Cosmara, I think, or something like that. Because I really like the first one. This one seems like, yeah, buddy, bro, this will be banging. Um, that Animula game, I think it was like that sort of what was that? What was this?
No, I'm just laughing because this must be how you feel when I talk about fucking some of the movies I watch. I'm like fucking straight over my head. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, the other one?
Yeah. No, I
You
don't
know.
know what's going on.
No, that was the one where I showed you the trailer where it's like, it's like Animal Crossing, but like, um, like they're in a house, like they're like bloody Stuart Little size, like it's like chibi
Yeah,
looking game sort of
I
thing
think I
for the
remember that
PS5,
one.
something like
Yeah,
that. Yeah, it just looked
yeah,
really cool. Yeah, I think there's a couple others, but those like the main ones. But yeah, so yeah, pretty much yeah, branching completely into GTA 6 now. I'm like,
Wait, one quick thing.
yeah,
I'm also really looking forward to a couple of games that are purely hypothetical, like the next mainline Zelda game, and if they ever do a Pokemon Black and
yeah,
White remake. Like
yeah.
a lot of my interest is involved in stuff that like I actually don't even know if it exists yet, or like or the
Yeah,
Ocarina of
yeah,
Time
well,
remake that's been rumored. Like
yeah, well, yeah, yeah, well, true.
yeah.
I suppose yeah, we'll talk about that for like a minute or two here. Like, but it's like you said, like certain games, like it's like oh, like I'll watch someone play it or whatever. But and then there's like GTA 6, was like obviously gonna play. We'll go into that in a couple of minutes. But what are like hypothetical games like you just kind of said, where it's like all right, that if it's assuming it's done well and right. What would be like, yep, that has your full interest, but in day one, you're going to try and set time aside to bloody knock it out.
Definitely Infamous, the first one. Infamous 2, if it's like a double pack, I don't want to just play the second one because I'd want to re-experience everything. Um, yeah, Pokemon Black and White is like a full. That one would be tricky because I just know they would do it in the Diamond and Pearl remake style, and that would suck. But anything's better than nothing, I guess. Yeah, Ocarina of Time remake, like full remake on the Switch 2. Like that, if that got announced, or if Black and White remake got announced, or Ocarina of Time remake got announced tonight, I'd put in a click and collect order for a Switch 2 like on my phone right now and pick it up in the morning. Like,
Yeah.
not like that's enough to make me buy a whole console. Spider-Man 3, if that ever comes out, that's definitely one I'm excited for.
Okay.
Um, this is like not necessarily hypothetical, just straight up doesn't exist because they've confirmed they're not doing it. But if they ever decided to make a Baldur's Gate 4 with Larian Studios in the same sort of style as Baldur's Gate 3, but maybe bigger or with changes, of course, you want to improve. Then yeah, like that one would really hook me because, like you said, Baldur's Gate 3 is my favorite game of all time, and yeah, I don't know, like it's all kind of realistically saying it out loud. It's just like remakes of my favorites or sequels. That's kind of it.
Yeah, not fully fair. Don't blame you at all.
Yeah, yeah. One that just sorry, this is off topic, but one that isn't hypothetical that I forgot to bring up in what I am actually excited about is the sequel to Wukong. It's following a different Chinese mythology legend person. So that one is like, I am excited for it, but I'm going to wait and see. I'm not like, Wukong, I
Yeah.
was like, yep, sign me up straight away. I love the story of Wukong. Actually, just to continue the theme of having everything fucking on hand, I have bloody Wukong right here. That's the bloody... yeah, that was a no-brainer. But this one, like, I did a bit of research. I'm like, yeah, sounds cool, and I'm definitely interested. But that's more of a, I'll wait and see. I'll see how good it is. Like, I'm sure it'll be good, but I'll see. But yeah, that's probably it for the hypothetical ones. I can't really.
Have you solved it?
Sorry.
Pull out something super fucking random. Because how you pull it out, like you just like pull it out from the camera, like.
Beheaded Pomni. Let's go.
Excuse me. Yeah, I see. You see these little boo boos in the back.
Yeah, Yeah, no, they just arrived. And then we got some of the hard case signed Vanguard cards.
Bloody
Let's
nerd,
go.
bloody geek.
Let's go. And then we got a meteorite. Let's go.
Well, show and tell.
And then we got the Millennium Puzzle. Let's go. Anyway, that's enough of that.
Yeah, but final topic. Yeah, so GTA 6. So
Well, no, I will. I mean, you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but you never said what hypothetical ones you're excited for.
yeah, I definitely like the next mainline Zelda and any remake sort of stuff adjacent. Yeah, Spider-Man 3. Yeah, definitely.
I'm really hoping they tricked us all, and they actually did finish development on that multiplayer Spider-Man game, and that's the next main
Yeah,
one.
like a bunch of those games that they said they were going to do. Yeah, all of them seem cool, but they're gone for some reason. Um, yeah, off the top of my dome, it's a bit. Oh, yeah, the third Star Wars Jedi game.
Yeah. Is that
What?
likely, do you think?
Oh, yeah, they've said it's happening. Yeah, it's just
Okay, cool.
taking longer.
Yeah.
Because that's when they're like, remember they cancelled like an Assassin's Creed game or something. They like just cancelled a bunch of things. No,
Yeah. Yeah.
Sands of Persia or Persia, Sands of
Prince of
Time,
Persia,
Persia, something.
yeah.
Yeah. Uh, I was just about to say it. Shit, what was it? Oh, fuck. What was it? Oh yeah, a Jack and Daxter trilogy remake, please.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a big one for you, buddy.
yeah, yeah. No, but I was gonna say something else. It was like, I think, Injustice 3. I think they said I think they confirmed that that's actually gonna happen or something. But I could see a lot of potential for that one.
Well,
Not
see,
story wise.
yeah.
Just don't know what you would do.
But speaking of that, real quick, just a little fun fact. There's a really popular theory right now that Mortal Kombat 1 was originally meant to be Injustice 3, but they lost the license or there was an issue, so they switched it. Because basically there's a few characters that line up perfectly with the movesets of Injustice characters, but not their Mortal Kombat versions. And so
Okay.
people are like, why would you just randomly change it in a random game? What the hell? So that's a popular fan theory, so maybe technically you've already played Injustice 3. It's also a multiverse story.
Yeah, I could see the theories about that. Definitely.
Yeah. Anyway, I just
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
feel, I
make it
feel
that.
there, I feel there was one more than I believe.
Ooh, sorry, I keep fucking interrupting. This is top of my list. Fully hypothetical, doesn't exist, probably never will. Berserk Souls-like game. Actually, you're not going to see me for a month.
That would be,
Years.
yeah, that would be banging.
Yeah,
And,
that's
yeah,
top of
I
my
want that
list
for you,
hypotheticals. Yeah.
100%. I remembered Battlefront 3.
Ooh, yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, we had a lot of fun with Battlefront 2. Bloody hell. I
Yeah,
forgot
and there's
about
been, and that game is still doing cut support, bloody 5 years ago or whatever. It's still bloody going strong. And every May 4th, which is upcoming next week, they like it's spread across all bloody like the comments like Battlefront 3, spread the word, bloody all this kind of stuff. I'm like, you're Star Wars and you have such demand because Battlefront 2 holds up so well visually and gameplay wise. I got to be honest. I played it
Yeah.
for a bit like a month ago, and I'm like, it really holds up. And arguably looks better than the Fallen Order games that came out later.
Yeah, right.
Just a better graphics engine and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, if they did a brand new bloody Battlefront 3 for next gen and all this, and but had like but started it off like out the gate with bloody everything rather than having to heal it over multiple years, I'm like, imagine.
Yeah, that
So
would be really cool.
I would really love that.
Yeah.
But yeah, outside of that, yeah, GTA 6, which we'll won't go too on for too long about. But that game, with how long we know, it's regardless if they have bloody GTA Online equivalent right at the gate or not. I'm just like, that's a second life. So I'm
Yeah.
like, so the thing I want to talk about with that, how are you planning to play that? How are you? How you gonna
Yeah,
survive?
that's unfortunately that's one where like I have to force myself to miss out. Not miss out, like I still will play it, but I cannot play it as much as I would want to. Like, it's just going to be impossible. Obviously, as our baby gets older, that won't be an issue. You know, eventually I'll play with them. You know, but yeah, considering that comes out this year, yeah, there's no getting around it. I'm just gonna have to limit myself. But you get one of those little devices. I don't know if you ever saw people. I didn't have one, thankfully. Went to a lot of strict people's houses, and they have these little devices where you set a timer and it shuts off the power to the TV after the timer goes off. Yeah.
No.
I'm gonna have to get one of them just to like. Otherwise, I can't trust myself. I don't. I don't get much sleep now? Bloody hell.
Yeah, no.
Really, I'll just send you GTA 6 screenshots at 4 a.m.
No. You know, your kid's going to be nostalgic for bloody GTA 6. That's going to be his first one.
Yeah, no,
Get
that's
out of here.
crazy.
That's not fair.
No.
Yeah, no.
We had to wait 20 years for this shit. He gets it right off the bat. Right.
We didn't even have to wait for it. Bloody hell. You know, that's really funny. Yeah, I'm that one is, I'm like, I can't predict exactly where I'll be sort of in life at that exact moment, if it's hopefully not delayed again. But I'm just like, that's going to have to be on my calendar to like schedule. Be like, all right, yeah, so that week's taken out, buddy. Buddy. It's going to have to work around stuff. There's going to be a priority
When's it meant
shift.
to come out again?
I'm pretty sure November or December, around there. No, I think November 25th, or like, that comes to mind.
November 25th is my anniversary. That's probably what you're thinking of. Because you're a thoughtful bugger. November 19th, 2026.
Okay,
So you're
yeah.
close. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Bloody hell. Wait, what? Is this clickbait? GTA 6 Trailer 3 Thursday, May 22nd?
That's probably clickbait.
Yeah.
I don't remember that. Yeah, yeah. I saw a TikTok and I'm like, sure. Bloody positively fresh out of high school, bloody not caring the world TikTok. Where it's just like things to do on bloody December 20th or whatever. It's like watch Doomsday, watch Dune 3, watch Brand New Day at Home, play Wolverine, play GTA 6. It's like,
watch Harry Potter series.
yeah, watch Harry Potter series. Like,
Yeah.
what a day.
December's fucked. Yeah. No. So that'll be interesting, actually. You might experience most of your GTA 6 stuff living in Melbourne. That'd be a bloody banging association.
Real life simulator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's why I'm like, Jordy and I have a key bloody experience project bloody in the second half of the year. So it's gonna be a busy.
Yeah. Might have to delay that. Post production can wait. GTA 6 is out, baby. Oh, what was that?
None of your business. How long have I been going for? I think I've been a little bit over an hour.
Hour 10.
Yeah. Yeah, sweet. So, not recording. No. Classic. You wouldn't get it.
You know, here's a rogue bloody thing if it leads to conversation. You know what I think would be good? I'm a bit biased because I work for the company, of course. But if Glitch released a Digital Circus VR game, I think that'd do some pretty serious numbers, to be honest.
Mm.
Like, yeah, that's like the one to do it with. What?
Before, right?
What?
Fortnite.
Fortnite. I didn't see it. It was just a fucking extremely overexposed picture of Lois Griffin.
And those two. They're doing the
I
mums.
just do. That's cool for Mother's Day, I guess.
I'm guessing there's an update happening at the moment. Apparently, Clone Wars is meant to come this weekend.
That'd be cool.
Anakin and Ahsoka, but I'm like, they've already done them, so I'm like, how different are they going to make them? I don't. We'll see.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Well, I guess to end it off, just because I
you
thought of
fox
it.
bat. Oh, what the fuck is that? Okay, so. Okay, so I'm not. Okay, I'm not. I haven't touched anything. I haven't touched anything. You've seen, I haven't touched anything. Look. You see, I have not liked it. There's no likes. I haven't fucking touched it. It just played. That's the fucking fox.
The fox is
I
cool.
didn't fucking do anything.
I couldn't ask for anything.
You see that? It's showing the emo, but of course it's fucking. I ain't doing anything. No.
Funny.
No.
Bloody hell. Oh, my throat was hurting. No.
Anyways. Also,
Yeah.
there's a buddy slurp dog pet.
Oh, that's cool.
Looks a bit fucked.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, I have to say proper image. It's a bit weird on the screen, but yeah. I might have to bloody get him for the slurp bros whenever we use them.
Yeah, were you saying something, or buddy? What were you?
I don't know. That fucking Elastigirl shit wiped my mind. What we're talking about.
I'm sure there's like a second of panic. I'm like, I'm sick of it.
Yeah, no, speaking of Fortnite and stuff, I've been watching Jujutsu Kaisen last couple of days. Well, I mean, literally last night and tonight, so yeah, I guess a couple of days, but yesterday I started it. Extremely fucked timing, but I was like, yeah, I'll check the Fortnite shop because, you know, we're getting ready for bed, and they were in the shop just randomly. I'm like, just gonna be another skin I bloody spend money on and then don't play for a month. So considering getting them, so maybe. But is there anything new you're watching at the moment? Just to update.
Watching. Nah, well, because I have a backlog of fucking movies and shit. So like, like I know we both have that, but I'm like, I really want to get through my stuff. Like I have a lot of shows to watch, but I'm like, I'd rather just get through movies first. I feel much more doable. But yeah, just continuing ongoing. I'm watching The Boys through TikTok. Spoilers, like out of context. Same with Invisible.
Let's go.
So but yeah, Daredevil, that's finishing next week. Maul, that's finishing next week. So I'll probably talk about them then. Both those very solid. I need to get back into Lizzie McGuire because I was like halfway through the second season but didn't finish it. You know, because like my 2000 story and all, I was getting inspo and like watching that like a month ago. I need to get back into that, but all these other things started. So I want to get through that to finish that off. And then yeah, just get into a bunch of movies. I really want to watch some like black and white movies, but there's so many movies that I gotta watch that it's like, again, decision fatigue. What's that? Oh, black and white movies.
Black and white movies?
What's this?
Yeah,
no, I want to watch some more Shirley MacLaine movies because I like what she's in.
Okay.
And I saw some trailers. I'm like, actually looks pretty cool. And like some random TikToks. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. I'll put them down. But like finding new movies, like yeah, it's cool and all that. But I'm like, adds another movie to like the 100 movie list. I'm like,
yeah. Watch lists they blow up so quickly.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Because it's interesting and annoying. What's your 10-second take? Because I don't want to be like 10 hours. But what's your 10-second take on like the thing where it's like sits on my watch list for bloody 10 years and I'm like, yeah, I want to watch it. I'll get to it. Random new movie that that you see an edit for. Yeah, I'll watch that now.
Yeah, I don't know. It is an interesting phenomenon. I think it's all about mindset. You know, mindset rules everything, and I feel like you see a really good edit for a movie or a show, and just all of a sudden you're like, that's all I can think about. You know, it like sticks in your brain. It's like
Just a really good trailer, really.
Yeah, it's like a quick little bloody dopamine burst, and you're like, that's stuck in there now. Whereas a lot of the stuff on my watch list, I got one here, for example, Breathless. That's a very important French New Wave movie. And
I just said French New Wave.
sorry, I went to film school. It's in my brain. It's ingrained in me. But no, it's a very important movie, and I've never seen it, but I've really wanted to watch it. But I think where it I've been putting that off. Saw Jujutsu Kaisen at it, fucking chucked it on the TV straight away, and I think the difference is what you take more versus less seriously. Like Breathless, that's a very serious sort of thing. That's like a actual watching activity or task, you know. Not that it's like a task to get through, but it's like this is actually like important. I want to give it the attention it needs. Whereas Jujutsu Kaisen, it's very good, but like it's a cool story, but you're there for the bloody animation of fight scenes and concepts, and 20-minute intervals. It's much easier to fit in. So I think that's kind of where it comes from, because a lot of the stuff where I see an edit of and I put it on straight away, it's pretty much always like a 5 out of 10 on IMDb, because it's just like you don't have to think about it, but like the aesthetic's cool, or it's got a cool scene in there, or the action's cool, or something like that. So that's kind of that's my sort of theory about it all. Don't know how accurate that is. I'm not a scientist, obviously, but that's what I've noticed with myself is anything that's important or I want to treat seriously, ironically, just gets shoved off for bloody months.
Yeah, because similar, I think it's like if you see something that looks really good, you're like, well, I want to save that for a good time. Whereas sort of like the perfect time that's not really going to come, you need to sort of make it. Whereas something that you care less about is like, yeah, what's to lose? Chuck it on. Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's how you can find a lot of the best stuff, like, what's a good example? Something we just chucked on. I guess bloody, you know what? Hamlet's a good example. Ooh. Hamlet's a good example because I was looking forward to that and it looked good, but I was just like, I want to branch out and see more new original movies, and I was like, worst case scenario, I watch a mid movie for a couple hours and go home and do something else. And then I just happened to stumble onto one of my top 4 films of all time, and bloody similar to Baldur's Gate, I saw a bunch of stuff about it. I was like, yeah, very excited, yeah, cool. And I was like, because it was online only, I was like, worst case scenario, I play it for a few hours, it's not for me, and I just leave it. Favorite game of all time, So you do stumble onto some really good stuff with that mentality of just like, what's to lose? But I think that is the core of it. Like, if you know that something's important and you know that you want to give it the attention, then it becomes much more of like all right, that's actually like a thing. It's a tangible thing you have to work around,
Yeah, because large watch lists or backlogs or anything is also like, what if you want to replay something that you like or watch? It's like, there's kind of like a guilt now of like, but there's that many. It's like, and you don't want that, so you just want to go with the flow and whatever. But that's why I really want to really get through my stuff this year. Like this year, I want to demolish these lists, while still trying to be productive. And because you can't just solely do that. But because there's a lot I want to rewatch and replay and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah, I gotta. But also like seeing what's coming out, I'm like, I need to finish that before that comes out because that's just gonna fucking keep adding to the list. Like Lego Batman, bloody Wolverine. I'm like, I gotta fucking get this shit done.
no.
But yeah. Anyways, for you fellow gamers, that's the end of the Chill Fellas podcast, episode 6. I think this is.
Yeah, 6.
Bloody little treat for your gamers. Who has this? Huh? Who has that?
I didn't even know you had that. What the hell?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because I sent you a screenshot of it on my CRT like a year ago. Well, I think, anyways.
I don't remember that.
Yeah.
I probably just thought it was a
3 random episodes. Yeah.
Jeez Louise. That's crazy.
This is, like, genuinely, this, I don't think this goes for, like, thousands or anything like that, but I'm like, pretty good, Nick, surprisingly. But, you just don't find them.
Yeah, no.
I think there's, like, 3 different ones.
Existed.
Yeah.
Okay.
3 or 4 different ones. I've even like bloody past listings on eBay sold. I'm like, I can see like maybe 1 or 2 of them.
Wow. That's
Because
crazy.
that's Australian, because it's like, it has the Australian region thing on it.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's crazy.
Yeah, no,
A
very.
relic.
Oh,
A
yeah.
little treat for you to stick around the end. I think maybe we should, at the very end, like, give it a little visual fucking treat or bloody something, like, be like, hey, yeah.
We already got the
I don't know.
Elastigirl theme. I sorted.
Yeah, bloody highlight, honestly, buddy. Yeah, you too short out of it, whatever.
Yeah, come on. All right, well, here's my little bloody highlight for you. Just because I've been very much looking forward to this. Firestorm issue 1. Let's go. Fuck off.